toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. And the Tar Heels will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's talk for a second about NC State. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber and just, I mean, that creates a...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. The Tar Heels offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. Two guys we know are going to play at the next level, but I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
Lopez to pass. Throws for the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Tar Heels decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, let's talk a little bit about NC State. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Give to the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high load. Chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
teams coming through. The third aspect of the game, delivering big time. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you? Get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Open space at the 25. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. NC State, after that explosive run, might go right back to the well. From the red zone, looking for a space. And it's caught! Touchdown, NC State!
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup, but I got the size, I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with the score.
And they did tack on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Just feeds the running back. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the second quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Lopez wants to fire. Right on the money. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Throws to the tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And we talk to teams week after week, and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that.
On third down, going up top. Got a man, it's Johnson. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Tar Heels have their offense in high gear. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on third down. And the Tar Heels will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Pulls it in. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. To the air, it's Bailey. Unloads it downfield. Catch inside the 25. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. NC State has to come up with a big play here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Picks up what he can and then slides. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Lopez to pass. Punts it out of the air.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Quarterback on the keeper. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. And the Tar Heels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. And this throw is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. Looking downfield on first down. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. But jet sweep pass. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Just drives it between the uprights. And that's going to tie it up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Going up top. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Wants to bring it back. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Pulled and fired complete.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
It's complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Distance not the problem here. The angle is a little tricky. He got it. And they've regained the lead. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
North Carolina State will kick it off to open the 3rd quarter. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Quick release by the QB.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Quarterback keeper. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Goff. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And the Tar Heels come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Lopez wants to fire. And it's incomplete on third down. The Tar Heels will punt this one away.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Power football with the run. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. He breaks a tackle. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Rodgers. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Wolfpack hoping to pay off this red zone trip. On the run, it Smothers. Oh, what a cut! He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. NC State will line up with a first and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, North Carolina State! They take the lead with the 6. An impressive, long, methodical methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll run it from the gun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from a defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Lopez to pass. Working that left side now. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Going up top again. It's complete to the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. On 4th down, looking to pass. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Listen, it's go time. We're trailing. It's the 4th quarter. We got to get a little bit more aggressive. I like the call. I like going for it, and especially because we made the completion and got the 1st down.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you.
Touchdown, UNC! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys, those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen with.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It smothers. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. And they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. He'll go to the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. Stop short of the marker. And they stop with his defense, and they get the ball back. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Lopez wants to fire. Makes the grab. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get into those critical points, and now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Going to swing it on second down. He's got it. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, this new coming into this game, they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it in the red zone. It's good. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense.
Touchdown, Tar Heel! Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Bailey. Bringing the heat. He hurls one deep down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Wants to go up top. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
I'm sure they would have liked to have locked up a bowl trip much earlier in the season, but in this particular case, what does bowl eligibility mean for the offseason?
Well, it means 15 extra practices at the bowl game to develop young players. Getting to a bowl game helps your recruiting. It's going to help in the portal, and all of a sudden people are going to get a lot more excited for what's coming next season, David.
Yeah, and I think this squad, I don't think they're excited about the practices necessarily, but a lot of these seniors that have been around, man, they get another dance. They get a chance to play another football game, make some more memories with their boys, so this is a big win today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.